Welcome back to another episode of Disney Ride Lore. Today we'll look at the most popular ride in Tomorrowland, and what most people falsely think was an opening day attraction, while also mistakenly thinking that this was the first roller coaster in Disney history. Today we'll look to correct those thoughts, so sit back and relax as we dive into the lore of Space Mountain. After the success of the bobsleds in 1959, Disney partnered with Arrow Development Company once again to run back the success of the bobsleds. The original idea was to have four separate tracks, but the technology needed for that was not available yet. By the time Disney broke ground for the Florida project, Walt has set his sights for the East Coast for his sophomore attempt at a roller coaster. To cover the cost, Card Walker, then CEO of Disney Productions, reached out to the head of RCA, Robert Sarnoff, to sponsor this new attraction. On March 23rd of 1975, NBC would air a musical variety show starring Lucy Arnaz to celebrate the opening of Space Mountain. It was also the first network special Disney ever did. The Arrow Development Company went two for two when it came to assisting Disney create iconic roller coasters. Thanks to the success of Space Mountain in Florida, California would get their $20 million version 2 years after. To celebrate its opening on May 27, 1977, Disney had six of the original seven Mercury 7 astronauts for its grand opening. Due to Space Mountain's debut, Disneyland set an attendance record for 185,500 guests over a 3 day span. 6 years later, on the far East Coast, Tokyo Disneyland opened their Space Mountain on April 15th, 1983. It was a clone of Disneyland's version until 2006, when it received a more futuristic aesthetic. As of this recording, Tokyo Space Mountain is closed to be completely rebuilt, along with an entire Tomorrowland redesign, and is expected to reopen in 2027. On June 1st, 1995, Disneyland Paris opened their version with a slightly different twist. It was based off of the Jules Verne novel From Earth to the Moon. Thanks in part to this new improved version of Space Mountain, it helped Disneyland Paris turn its first profit since opening in 1992. And for Hong Kong Disney, they would get theirs on September 12th, 2005. Opening as Hyperspace Mountain, it would eventually get a Star Wars overlay that was supposed to be only seasonal. Due to the popularity, they made the change permanent. They even redesigned the queue entrance with an X-Wing flown by Luke Skywalker when he destroyed the Death Star. When Space Mountain was given the green light to be built, Disney consulted astronaut Gordon Cooper. He was a valuable asset due to his experience as well as all the information he gained while working with NASA. In the Golden Girls episode 2 Rode Together, Sophia always wanted to ride Space Mountain. In true movie magic, she got to ride it with her daughter Dorothy, doing exactly what the title suggests. The post-show has several references to past attractions. While you pass through the diorama, you'll see an advertisement for Submarine Voyage 20,000 Light Years Under the Sea, as well as a luxury hotel with a robot butler. Of course, this being a reference to Horizons that has a robot butler animatronic. And finally, since 2009, the post-show has many references to attractions past and present, listed as sectors that are opened or closed. They are written in code where the first two letters of the land you could find the ride in, as well as the attraction's initials. Some examples are FL-MAWP, which is the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in Fantasyland for the open section, or TLM2M for Mission to Mars in Tomorrowland for the closed section. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Disney Ride Lore. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did making it, and maybe next time you'll stop by for the next episode. But until next time, drop a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if I earned it, and thank you for watching.